Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Check it out. This is how I took this video 5 minutes ago. This is what's happening outside my window right now. This is basically my backyard. Uh, it's just gorgeous. As a snow lover, I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. Near blizzard conditions. If you watched my video from this morning, then you know what's going on here. 35-mile-an-hour winds, blowing snow around, half-mile visibility, snow and blowing snow. 6 inches on the ground previously, at least 6 overnight. Still snowing, so I don't know, 7, 8 more. I don't know. It's over a foot of snow out there, and it's blowing around and drifting, and it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And you know what? Before the season started, the old Farmer's Almanac put out this map, and I remember looking at this going, come on, the whole country's going to get snow. And you know what? This is pretty much right so far. And I know Arkansas and Tennessee and Mississippi, you haven't had snow yet, but you know what? It's coming. Looks like it's coming. We'll show that to you here in just a minute. Here are the watches and warnings across the country right now, and they are numerous. Again, we have 2 storms, the one moving through the plains that's still snowing on me here in Iowa, western Iowa. Much of Iowa under a blizzard warning. That's also up into Minnesota and South Dakota. Winter storm warnings around that. Blizzard warnings for Green Bay, it looks like, as well. And also parts of Michigan, northern Michigan, otherwise winter storm warnings. And then around that, we do have some winter weather advisories, winter storm watches. You go to the Pacific Northwest, blizzard warning, southern Idaho, winter storm warnings, eastern Oregon, winter weather advisories for western Oregon and southern Washington, say Vancouver, Washington. And we're watching for flooding along the southern Oregon coast, northern California coast, winter storm warnings for the Siskiyous. It's watches and warnings through the Sierra Nevada. And then it's a lot of wind for much of the East Coast, just all over. So the pink color, the pink color for southern Texas, that's a red flag warning, which is wind. And then you have high wind advisories mostly, but some also high wind watches scattered throughout the east. And then there's some flooding concerns as well for parts of the east. And then heavy snow coming off the lakes. They're talking about maybe moving the Bills game to Cleveland if Buffalo ends up having a snow emergency, which is not fair to the Buffalo Bills. This weather matters stuff. This is important. This is important stuff. I tell you what, I like the Bills, and I like the Browns. Okay, and I'm not a Steelers fan. That's probably where that's probably where I was going. Anyway, enough about that. Here's what's going on right now on the GFS. We're at 18Z today, which is noon o'clock. So about 2 hours ago. Snow still coming down for Iowa and eastern Nebraska. And here we go. This is closer to actual time right now. Heavy snow coming down Wisconsin, into Michigan, northern Indiana. Light snow, Intermountain West. Heavy snow for the Oregon Cascades. And some pretty good rain with embedded thunderstorms. Now watch out for some severe weather possible here. And possibly even some tornadoes. We'll outline that for you here in just a minute. As this storm continues moving off to the east, I'm telling you what, Michigan expecting like a foot of snow and blowing around. Remember, these isobars, when they're close together, means a lot of wind because you have a big change of pressure in a short amount of distance, and Mother Nature wants to even out that pressure. And so the wind is just whipping. A little more relaxed for Michigan, but still windy. And then we see heavy snow moving into Pennsylvania and New York as the storm continues to crank and move off to the east. We're at midnight tonight right here. Snow ending in Iowa, but some light snow still hanging out in Nebraska. And the Pacific Northwest, look out, I think tomorrow. Yep, here we go. We start seeing the pink now. The pink and the red. We'll zoom in on this here in just a second. But we're talking sleet, ice, snow in the Willamette Valley. And again, heavy snow continues for the Oregon Cascades, heavy rain for the Oregon coast and the Northern California coast, and a lot of sleet and freezing rain for even the Oregon coast, like Lincoln City, Seaside, and then down into the Willamette Valley as well, kind of mixed in with some snow here too. And then our first storm moving out, we're now moving into Sunday, and this cold air spilling southward. We'll show you those lows, updated lows too. The forecast just keeps getting colder. This low now we're watching as it sinks to the south, and the cold air meeting it, and we're starting to see some snow spreading into Arkansas and western Tennessee and southern Missouri. And you see this area right here? Watch this next frame. Ice busting out in central Texas as the cold Arctic air undercuts the warm, moist air, rains into that cold air, and then you get freezing rain. So here we are Monday, or actually Sunday night at midnight, moving into Monday now. And we've got a little snowstorm here along the Red River, maybe down to Dallas, a little bit of ice further south, maybe down to Austin. And then rain along the coast, but snow in Arkansas, snow in northern Mississippi. My cousin's in Olive Branch, maybe going to see some snow from this. My other cousin here in western Tennessee might see some snow from this. Even some heavier snow as we go further into time, and the ice moving into Louisiana. And yeah, some snow continuing for northern Mississippi. This is Monday, the 15th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we got some some ice moving into Mississippi. And the snow starting to lighten up for Tennessee into Kentucky, also West Virginia. And we see some light snow with a strong cold front moving into West Texas. And that ice starts to fade away as it moves into Sweet Home, Alabama, with just some light snow up into West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, eastern Tennessee. And here we are on Tuesday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and noon as you see the cold air spilling south Tuesday. We'll show you those Tuesday morning lows first, but I did want to talk about the severe weather. This is today into tomorrow. So those scattered thunderstorms, some possibly severe, some with some big hail, damaging winds possible, and yes, even some tornadoes possible in a wide area here. I mean, we're talking all across the South, from parts of Mississippi into Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, and into Florida too. So do pay attention to your local forecasts as we go. Now, I do want to talk about the ice in the Pacific Northwest. So let me zoom in on that. Right here in the Willamette Valley. So what is this? Clackamas County here. So kind of the southern Willamette Valley towards Salem and Woodburn. So could see some snow also in the foothills of the Cascades as well. Sorry, tonight at midnight. That's what I'm trying to say. And then early morning hours, we see some ice busting out in the Willamette Valley and some sleet as well. So sleet, ice, snow. But south of Portland, it doesn't look like it's touching Portland yet. Oh, here we go. Moving north into Portland now. Snow, sleet, heavy freezing rain in the Willamette Valley and along the coast as well, from Astoria down to, oh gosh, that would be Lincoln City probably. All right. As we continue, you see this is more, the purpley is more sleet, heavy snow. The red is the freezing rain, and then it turns to rain. And we're into Saturday here. So more of Saturday, and then more snow mixing in the Portland area with some freezing rain and sleet mixed in. Then it's light snow, lighter snow, and then it goes away by Sunday morning. So yeah. Could be an interesting day tomorrow across the Pacific Northwest. All right. Meanwhile, back in the center of the country, well, most of the country right now, not right now. This is Tuesday morning lows. And you see how far south the cold gets. Austin at 14. 11 for Midland, Texas. 13 in the Dallas area. Single digits along the Red River. Amarillo at 5, Lubbock 10, single digits, Oklahoma and Arkansas. You can see some low 20s, mid to low 20s in Louisiana. Some teens in Mississippi and western Tennessee. Teens in Kentucky and Ohio and Pennsylvania, New York. Single digits in northern Indiana and into Michigan. Then we get below zero for Illinois and Wisconsin. Teens to near 20 below zero for Iowa. We're expecting a low of minus 21 Sunday morning. So this is actually warming up a little. Oh my gosh. Teens and single digits below zero for Minnesota. Teens below zero, South Dakota and North Dakota and Nebraska. Single digits below zero, Kansas and Colorado. Teens and 20s below zero for Wyoming. Teens and 20s below zero for Montana. And Portland, Oregon, 5 Tuesday morning for Portland, Oregon. That's really unusual. So it's going to get cold. And yeah, but then the storms will leave and maybe someday it'll warm up. I know the local forecasters here out of Omaha, the TV weather people, were talking about we may not get above freezing the rest of the month. Certainly going to have an extended time, 3 or 4 days below zero for highs even. So winter is here in the Midwest. It hasn't been this severe in a couple years, but it does happen here. This is not super out of the ordinary. It's just, it's my first winter in the Midwest, so I'm enjoying the snow immensely. So I think I need to go outside and play. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have more updates for you by tomorrow at the latest. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the Weather Mike.